What is up, guys? Mega Matt here with another pickups video for the month of April. And last month I went to the Midwest Gaming Classic with my buddy TJ. I was gonna film some stuff, but I never got around to it again. But it turns out the vendor hall was humongous. It's the biggest it's ever been, and it took like 4 hours to get through. So we didn't get a chance to do much of anything after that, which was we were both kind of bummed by that. So I think next year we're probably going to go for the whole weekend, if not 2 days, just because the convention it grows every single year, and this year was, I think, the biggest. They had a separate room just for the TCG, so Pokemon cards, Magic, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it, they had a separate big room just for that we just walked through. We didn't really stop and do anything. You could play the game if you had time or anything, but we didn't get a chance to do like a whole lot of arcade time either, just because it took so long to get through the vendor hall. It was just enormous. But what I did get just a few things this year. I wasn't planning on getting too much. I was mainly looking for GameCube, but GameCube games are more and more sparse, it seems. So this one was actually recommended by Tiger Chainsaw. He did a whole review video on it. So this game, I played through it. It's really, really fun. If you get a chance and you see this, pick this up. It was actually priced decently. It was priced at what it pretty much goes on price starting. So, but I've been playing the heck out of this. This is Trigger Witch. Basically, you're a witch with a gun, and you just go around and shoot all kinds of stuff. And there's kind of a plot twist at the end, which I'm not going to spoil. But if you watch Tiger Chainsaw's video, he spoils it for you. So anyway, and then the last thing was actually not in the vendor hall. It was in a separate room in one of the hallways. And we have actually visited this store quite a few times. It's closer to Madison. It's like right on the outside of Madison. And they have a lot of really good stuff. And the owner is a super cool dude. Really nice guy. I believe Retro Rick, the YouTube personality, did like an in-store walkthrough of it. It's what the heck was the name? I can't remember the name of it. It was like MKE Play. I don't really remember exactly, but it's a really cool store. You can actually go in there and like game the whole time if you don't even have to buy anything. He has like TV set up where you can game, and then you can buy games, and just a really cool atmosphere. You could tell it was definitely, the owner's definitely a gamer, is like a long time gamer vibe. But he had this, and I've seen this a couple times in the past at conventions, and it's usually like $100, if not 100 or higher. But he had this priced at, I want to say 80. I believe, I can't even remember if I haggled with this or not. But I don't have this for the collection. I have two of the other ones, collector's editions, which comes with the steelbook. So now I'm looking for like the two other steelbooks I'm missing. But if you guys know me, you know I like Shantae, and this is the first Shantae game that the special edition put on by Limited Run. I'm not going to open this up. You can look up what's in here. There's, like I said, a steel book, I believe a soundtrack, some stickers or something. The game, of course. But definitely cool. This was cool to pick up and add to the collection. So that's all I got from Midwest Gaming Classic this year. Like I said, just crazy, crazy people everywhere, and hopefully next year they're celebrating their 25th anniversary, I think, or 30th. So they're probably going to do something special. So I think we might go all weekend next year, so we have way more time to do more stuff. And I didn't really run into a lot of people that I really wanted to run into as well, because like I said, we were just in the vendor hall, and So a lot of people that I usually meet up with or talk to just one time during this convention, because I only see them during this convention, and never got a chance to talk to a few of them, which I'm kind of bummed by that. So just for that reason alone too, where I want to go for longer next year. But we did end up going out to dinner with a couple of people. We met up with Chris Pico and Rocket Sauce, and we went to kind of like a, I don't know what you would call it. It's like, it was called Don's TV and Repair, but it was kind of like a speakeasy so to say. Like you had to give them a password to get in, and the front of the store just looks like a repair shop, but then you go through the door and then there's the restaurant and the bar in the back. I believe TJ had some footage on his channel, so if you want to go check that out, please do that. Then the last thing I got some stuff from my game store. I'm just gonna go through real quick here. One thing I found was this. I found the third game of this series, and then I found, or I'm sorry, not the third game. I think it was the first one, but I found the third one, Mafia 3 for PS4. It's weird. Mafia 2 is only on PS3 and Xbox 360, I believe, which is kind of weird. You think they would release them all on like one system as a collection, but maybe there is a collection. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. So then this pickup, it was actually at a place I don't normally go to. It's a thrift shop, but it's like a home repair. Like they sell a lot of tools and stuff like that. It's what was the name of it? It's like a Habitat for Humanity thrift shop. Sometimes they do have electronics. They do have like DVDs and books, and they do carry cassettes, and they had this in their glass case, which I was kind of skeptical about, because I was like, oh, it's probably, they do price their stuff very like decent. So I asked to see this game. They pulled it out. They told me it was $90. I mean, it had a price tag of $90. So I kind of was gonna pass on it, but I did end up getting it because it's obscure and it's actually in decent shape. But for the 32X, got Primal Rage, and this is like one of the obscure 32X games. It's in really nice shape. The cartridge is in nice shape. The manual's in good shape. So I wasn't too keen on paying $90. They did say they were having a sale like the third week of the month, and it would be 20% off, but I felt like if I waited, it probably would have been gone. So I decided to scoop that up. And then the last pickup was one of the best pickups I've had. It was a Facebook Marketplace score, and lady posted a Super Nintendo with a ton of games, and I was the first one to message her, and she said she had multiple messages, so I told her I would come and get it like right now. So I was the first one, and she ended up getting more offers, which that normally happens on Marketplace, but she was true to her word. I was the first one. It was a little pricey, $300 for this deal, but it was definitely worth it. So I spent a lot of time cleaning these games up. I haven't cleaned the systems up, came with a Nintendo with 2 controllers, and then it had a Super Nintendo with 2 controllers as well. I'm not going to show you guys those because you guys know what those look like. So, it came with all the hookups, but it came with a big stack, mainly Nintendo games. We have some Super Nintendo games, which I'll go through. And like I said, these were some of the dirtiest games I think I've ever had to clean. But, I'll just go through them real quick. We got Super Mario All-Stars. We got Donkey Kong Country 3. Not bad, right? Jeopardy. Not the greatest. NBA Jam TE. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Of course, Super Mario World. Pilot Wings, and probably the best game, Super Nintendo game she had was Contra 3, The Alien Wars. So those were the Super Nintendo games she had, but the Nintendo games is what made up for this. There's so many of these. I think there's about 30 games here, so these are in no particular order. It just was the way when I cleaned them, I just stacked them this way, but you gotta have your classic Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Pro Wrestling, the originals. Oh no, it's not. This is Metal Gear Snake's Revenge. The Little Mermaid, that was actually inside of the console. Top Secret Go-Go 13. Roller Games. Super Mario Bros. 3. Rad Racer. Double Dragon 2, my favorite Double Dragon game out of the series. Blades of Steel. We got another Mario Duck Hunt. Kings of the Beach. As you can tell, the labels are in pretty decent shape too. RC Pro-Am. This game was actually filthy. You can kind of tell from the bottom there. I don't know if that's part of the label or not. This game had a bunch of black stuff on it, and I ended up cleaning it up, which was nice. Akari Warriors. We have Play Action Football. Marble Madness. It's another classic. One unlicensed game, which I don't think I've ever owned before, but we got Bible Adventures. It's in this weird black cart. Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Dragon Warrior, the first one. Rambo. Focus. Track and Field. And the very last game, which is probably one of the better games, is the original Castlevania. So, $300 for all that. Like I said, I have the systems. I haven't cleaned them up yet. I'll have to test them out, but I should, for $300, I think that was a really good deal. So, that's it for this month. Stay tuned for next month. I just picked up a really massive collection. It's probably the biggest collection I've bought, like the biggest games, the most amount of games I've bought in a collection. It's definitely the most amount of money I've spent. So I'm going to be cleaning all those games up because unfortunately I didn't know at the time. The guy was a smoker, so a lot of the stuff smells like smoke, so I'm going to have to do the old dryer sheets technique to try and get the smoke smell out of all these games. But tons of games, systems. He said he had more, so he's probably going to be contacting me again. So stay tuned for that. But that's all I got this month. Appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, take care.